What in the world does the outcome of Germany's elections mean both today and in the very near future? That is a massive breaking story that I'm going to tell you about in just a few seconds. Holy smokes, you don't want to miss this. But let's take a quick listen to some of what led into this in terms of Germany's far-right party, the AfD. And when I say far right, I think you know the direction I'm heading towards when it comes to that guy back in the 30s with the mustache. Take a quick listen to Steve Forbes.
A huge question hangs over the German parliamentary elections this Sunday. Can Germany save itself and thereby help save the free world?
And of course, you recall what Elon did
at a celebratory rally in Washington while thanking the crowd.
And then what he said in support, speaking at the AfD rally.
Well, first of all, I wanted to really say that I'm very excited for the AfD, and I think you're really the best hope for Germany. I think some things that something I think that is just very important is that people take pride in Germany and being German. This is very important. It's okay to be proud to be German. This is a very important principle.
And oh, please don't forget JD Vance. Back them as well. Our freaking vice president.
The Vice President and Second Lady, Ursula Vance, visited the longest operating concentration camp in Nazi Germany, walking throughout the grounds where tens of thousands of Jews were murdered and placing a wreath at the site. You can see it right there.
I've read a lot about the Holocaust in books, but being here and seeing it up close in person really drives home what unspeakable evil was committed and why we should be committed to ensuring that it never happens again.
Ensuring it never happens again. Unspeakable evils. That's important, right? That he said those words. But the thing is that it didn't take Vance that long to understand that those words he said back then actually didn't mean anything, because this is what he had to say to European leaders the very next day in Munich.
I believe that dismissing people, dismissing their concerns, or worse yet, shutting down media, shutting down elections, or shutting people out of the political process protects nothing. In fact, it is the most surefire way to destroy democracy. There's no room for firewalls. You either uphold the principle or you don't.
So that speech shocked hundreds of attendees. Vance didn't mention the Alternative for Germany party by name, but the same day he met with the group's leader.
And when it was all said and done in terms of the vote, in this breaking story is what happened. But bear in mind that 84% of Germans, 84% voted. And this was the outcome. Huge breaking news. Germany's conservative CDU-CSU bloc wins the federal election, with the far-right AfD coming in second, but underperforming expectations according to exit polls. Looks like Elon Musk and JD Vance's support for the AfD didn't succeed.
And as we've seen in the exit polls, what we've seen is that we are the only party who have doubled our position over the last election. Double. They wanted to cut our numbers in half, but the opposite is what has occurred.
Now, let's be clear. It is 2025, and they may have lost by nearly 10 points. However, let's also be clear. That's a big whew for now. But as you just heard the leader of that party say, they doubled what people had anticipated just not that long ago from the party, along with the fact that there were some people who were trying to even get them removed from the ballot. And instead, they got nearly 20% of a country when 84% of the people voted. And so when you look at Donald Trump and what Musk and Vance and all three of them, the trio of terror, or the triangle axis of evil that those three are, understand that if we let Trump get any traction regarding Putin and what's going on with Ukraine, Where do you think some of this inertia and energy is going to go in Germany? Right now, we got an election reprieve. But holy smokes, when I tell you to stay frosty, when it comes to Germany's AfD party, please stay frosty.